Hey, yo, cuz, I told y'all I did it. I told y'all. This here is gonna be mine, cuz. I got two more. Told y'all. Anybody that doubted me, I got proof. Last video, I did it. Y'all some hating ass folks, cuz. Y'all don't know how to actually get strong and how I did it. In various ways, I kind of made my own system. Actually, not my own system. I pretty much took most of my information from other videos and other people that mostly has done this for years. You know what I'm saying? One of the guys that I really like was of course for bench press, Strickland, best guy ever. Josh from Jailhouse, was a Jailhouse Strong, the best, and I always watch his watch his videos. Those type of guys don't really go by the standard workouts. They go by what can help you get be strong overall, other than just that lift. And what I mean as in, people go by practice, squat more, and this will help you as in leg press and all that stuff, which is fine. But at the end of the day, you got to be overall the greatest or the best you can be as an athlete, other than being a standard athlete. And what happens is you're always gonna be standard. But for me, I like to honestly, I do standard, but at the same time, if I'm weak at a certain point, then I gotta work on that. For me, that helped me with squats is, for one, I'm genetically have big legs. My legs is 28 inches overall, and I think when I was 16, the most I ever squatted was 385, and I only squatted twice or three times. So it was just easy for me. But when I got overweight and I stopped working out, I couldn't barely do 225. So it was pretty much a step up for me, and it was overall going to happen anyway for squat. But for me, the things that I really worked on was pretty much power and how much my body can hold, because I'm so used to going slow pace and worrying about so much that it hurt me. So once I did it, I had to do certain situations or certain workouts. I would usually start off with either warming up with was the steps, because with steps it warms up your quads anyway, because you're stretching your quads each time you on the steps and you stepping, and then it also warms up your calves, which is the muscle that helps you with power and speed, the most likely for sprint and also any heavy lift in general. That's why when you do bench press, you can feel your feet go up a little bit because it's engaging more of your calves. So what I did was I use that, or I'll use superset with box jumps and squats, because it gets me to getting used to that much stress into my body, to where I'm going fast paced and everything's being explosive, and also getting used to my heart having so much stress and pumping all that blood into it. And once I do that, I rest for 2 minutes and then go for my main lifts, which helped me with my power fast quick in about 2 weeks, right? Actually, yeah, 2 weeks. So once I did that, everything started going more fluent and more faster. For squats, that's what I was usually training for, is more speed, because that's what I wasn't used to. I was also used to just going slow pace with it, so I had to do more of supersets. Thing about supersets was I usually do supersets, what actually can help me for every lift, for like each of my lifts, deadlifts, bench press, and squats. For like squats, I usually do box squats, or like I would do hamstrings and calf raises. The reason why is because they go so evenly to each lift. And the thing about it is, for squats and deadlift, your stability is your back and also your hamstrings, right? The main thing that makes you more powerful is your calves for that leg drive. So it goes hand in hand with each other because they're so connected with each other. So once you work on that, you work on your endurance, and you work on how your body can cooperate, and also figure out how to maintain that like connection with each other. So if you superset with those, you're more powerful, you're more stabilized with each lift, especially deadlifts. So that's one of my supersets. Also, I do triple set with pull downs, low back rows, and hyper extensions. Reason why is because, one, I'm training my upper back for more lat stability, and also my lower back. Once I do that, I do hypertrophy, well, hyper extensions, because that helps me with my hip strength. So that helped me out with power so much. For I think the first 2 weeks, I saw pretty much a great change. Like my power went up after that, and of course I did. My bad, I had a call. I record my phone, don't judge me. But other than that, it was like I had with supersets. You gotta understand variations and what is most likely what you use for each lift. I know I need my upper back for bench press, so I usually do either supersets with pull downs, or I do pull ups and either dumbbell presses and or barbell presses. When if I do barbell presses, I will usually do my sets where I warm up 135 to 225, and then sit for a second, get my little bit of rest, and do my main lifts. Reason why I rest is because, one, you need some oxygen, especially for main lifts, because heavy lifts in general wear down you so much. So once I did 500, I know I gotta take a day off because I'm gonna be sore as heck. And I kind of knew that once I woke up. I was like, God, Jesus, my legs feel like rubber. I knew I wasn't gonna do nothing. I had to work and walk to work, so I'm gonna rest for a second and read and do homework. That's my full day, and also do this video. Also, main things you gotta do is honestly know your body. If you're going to get strong and do PRs, understand the fact that you can't rush anything. You can't rush yourself to where your body needs more recovery and so sore that you can't move. It's good to build muscle, but understand the fact that you will see people that is so strong, but they don't look strong. There's women that I've seen that, like in videos, like home moms that has lifted like 400 pounds, but they are so scrawny and skinny. And the thing about it is most of the time it's because their body is taught to handle it. And the reason why bodybuilders are not as strong as powerlifters is because powerlifters don't go by the pump other than pretty much bodybuilders. So they're not ripping and tearing as much muscle and trying to get that physique. And that's how you do it, is honestly ripping and tearing and making your body pretty much shocked so much to where it's being pulverized and being punched, kind of, by each workout. And that's the reason why, if you want to get strong, you understand the fact that being strong is leaving something in the tank for more like faster recovery, and also eating. And the thing about it is like, if you want that body still, you still gotta work to it. It doesn't mean that you can't work as much as hard. I work hard every day, and I almost sometimes feel like passing out. If I do, oh well. I get some drink, get a little, little breather, and go back to it. But that's how I feel. Honestly, the fact is, if you want your body, you gotta do a great diet and eat healthy and eat clean. Other than that, if you want to get big bulging muscles, for one, it's all about what you eat. Number two is about your training. I understand the fact that you can't just work and hitting it and going to failure each time, and that's what your body gets fatigued and you don't get stronger. That's the most important thing. For people that are not used to doing certain like lifts and all that, I have bodybuilding days. I have to where I will work on everything as in for each fiber of a muscle, but at the same time I do still powerlifting lifts as a superset, which helps me get used to that, especially for chest and arm day, which is for me bro day. You know what I'm saying? Everybody loves chest and arms. That is a dude. And the most thing I really like to do is do 3 compound workouts and then do flies. And for like a bodybuilder, that most likely is too much because you only use 2. For like bodybuilding, you can either do incline and decline, but I don't like decline because it's bad for my shoulders, especially how short I am. Like, it decline is for like more weight to push because you're like in an angle that you can I guess push a lot more than you would do flat bench and incline. But for me, I have short arms. It either feels like the rack is like a foot longer than my arms, so I have to raise up my neck and raise up my back just to push it up, which I don't like. So I would probably do reverse bench press, which will help the same thing as in under your chest. But other than that, I still do incline and flat bench because that's what I really work on. I really don't care about like being that physique model and all that. So I still work on ripping and tearing, but also work on pretty much power at the same time with my bodybuilding days, so I can still be in mind to, I guess, work on what I need to work on. And that's the thing. 2 weeks is my speed days. I don't go as much heavy as I want to. Sometimes I do just to be egotistic, but it hurts me. So I would do 5 sets of 10. I think 4 sets will be my warm up, and I'll do like 275 for like 7 or 8, and that's about it. And I'll do incline. Most likely I'll just stay with 135 just to get more speed runs and get my form great and work on pretty much my speed and power and not stress my body so much to where I will have to rest so much. And then I'll go by like light dumbbell presses just to work on each muscle, because for me, my left is weaker than my right, and what helps is pretty much dumbbells. So because you're so separate, you don't need to like balance them out as in for barbell, which helped me with my power. And sometimes I will use like the bench press. What's it called? God dang it! Bench press machine, which is more of a overload, because it doesn't teach you your form, it just teaches you how to press. You're just straight. This is how you move. You here with bench press, you're pretty much under the bar, but with that, your shoulders is just like this, which is bad for you. But at the same time, this is why you should do dumbbell and barbell other than keep doing machines, because machines hurt you as in for shoulders. If you have shoulder problems, don't ever use any machines because they will make it way worse. Kind of reason why I don't like Planet Fitness. For sure. Pal. But other than that, the most thing you need to do is eat, sleep, and train, but train smart. Train as much as 2 weeks is your light days, and then the last 2 weeks would be your heavy days. So you will do 65 to 70 for 2 weeks, and then 80 to 90 for 4 weeks. Now you can do after that the next month, first week or second week, just to like max out. So you'll max out. Another thing is that you wouldn't do triples probably. For like if you maxing out, most likely you would do like just to test the waters out. Do your first set probably like 135 if you're doing squats. Your lightest to heaviest. So if you have like, if your max is 315, you would do 135 to 225 to like 315, just to see how it goes. Okay, and then you're going on from there. Or actually, you'll do 135 to 225 to either 315 just to see if it goes up. Now, it's better off just to wait a few more months because you're getting pretty much getting your stride out, and you don't really want to like kind of hurt your chances to get stronger or to like waste your energy on anything else. And it's pretty much you have to get your body strong enough to get used to it, which is the last 2 weeks is just to help you get used to heavyweight. That's pretty much it. So what you need to do is figure out a plan and figure out what you're weak on. For that, if what you are weak on, I would suggest you to do like supersets, as in if you have small calves, and or if you have small calves and you have a weak back, this is what I would suggest. Superset, no, yes. Yep. You can do bent over rows with box jumps. And this is what it does. Both of them are pretty much a power workout, right? So once you do those both, you're going to be exploding because your calves is pretty much the strongest muscle you got. Bent over rows teaches you your body to take so much stress, but also be more powerful, which helped me with squats, deadlift, and bench at the same time. So once I did that, I was strong enough to do 500, and I was more explosive with deadlifts and bench press. Check that out. And if you are, for me, weak for arms in general, like biceps, most thing I did was push-ups and then bicep curls and push-ups. Superset with those, because the reason why I do that is because once it's already activated, your biceps is activated. The thing about it is, it was about bench press and push-ups. Once the bar is on your chest, this bicep is already engaged. So once it's engaged, that lactic acid is already pumping into the bicep, so it's already going to get stressed. So once you get used to that and push, you're going to get stronger with the bench press, especially with bicep curls, and like more of a push and pull will help you in general. That's what helped me out. So I hope you liked the video. Thank you for listening. Sorry about the ramble. I'm out.